I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together,
Come together,
come together,
we come together,
come together.
we come together in the name of love.
We come together,
Come together,
come together,
we come together,
come together.
we come together in the name of
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet like Jesus. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah,
I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Yes, I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 I said, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I said, my soul is welcome here. And your soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
All right, woo! Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Spiritual Center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch us remotely on YouTube. My name is Lisa Yamato, and it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all spiritual truths from all around the world's religious traditions, and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Yep. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to properly greet you. All right, all present. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully.
Thank you, Lisa. This is going to be our centering song. It's called Kinship. Everything's a part of me, animals and rocks and trees. I relate responsibly. All life is my kin. Everything's a part of me, lovers, friends, and families. I relate responsibly. All life is my kin. Everything's a part of me, planets, stars, and galaxies. I relate responsibly. All life is my kin. Everything's a part of me, animals and rocks and trees. I relate responsibly. All life is my kin. All life is my kin.
So I invite us to take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's breathe that in together. And with our exhalation, release all that does not match all that is divine, sacred, and holy. Just let it go. Let it escape through the pores of your skin, through the soles of your feet, to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, refresh, repurpose, restore. We bless and release this day all that no longer serves us for our highest and best good. And once again, we breathe in together the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And exhale anything and everything that's a remnant of all that does not match, all that is divine, all that is sacred, and all that is holy. Just let it go. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, we're reminded that this power and this presence, the divine intelligence that created all things perfect, whole, and complete, completed me that way and completed you that way. And if you agree with that, let's just say out loud together, I am whole. I am complete. I am perfect. Even now, especially now. And one more, I am holy, holy. And so it's from this place of unification, unity, and oneness that I speak this word this day, blessing the service. I'm going to name it good and very good. I'm going to name it full of spontaneity, of joy, with the intention that every single person within the sound of my voice and the voice of the musicians, with Lisa, everybody participating, is blessed and healed and transformed, and something loosens that we've been holding on to too tight. That there's a healing in the physical, there's a healing in the mental, there's a healing in the psychological, emotional, and even spiritual realm, so that we can live higher and more whole, and more holy, and more part of the one, and where we can see everything as kin. Just as so beautifully the lyrics of the song were sung by Gilman and Al. And that flute may have got you too. To loosen you up, to allow for spirit to have even more of its full sway in, through, and as your very life. Indeed, if that occurred, that is intended. It's a blessing. It's a consequence of our gathering together, where two or more are gathered, and I call forth for only goodness and wholeness, for mercy, for grace, for joy, for revelation, for exaltation, to take place in the space. And so as we do each week, let's just say our own names out loud in the sanctuary space, Brother Mark. And just take a moment, if you would, to declare the names out loud, if you would, of all those we're holding in prayer, all those who have called the prayer ministry. Know that Spirit has not forgotten any of the names, Judith. Know that the divine makes a way where I as a human may not see a way possible, that Spirit always makes a way ahead. It's our own individual yellow brick roads. So see them full of fairy dust. See them full of angelic whisperings that lead us with our intuition toward making wise choices, good decisions that are for our highest and best good. And for any areas in our conscious or unconscious or subconscious filled with grief or depression or sadness or trepidation or fear or anxiety, doubt or worry, let's make a minute to just release as much of those as you're willing to release this day, so that full healing can occur, full transformation, revelation, insight, wisdom can have more of its full sway in whatever percentage you wish to allow. Allow what you're willing to allow for your highest and best good. So when we leave here, we are lighter, we are more joy-filled, we are more in kin and in the one that is the truth of the I am that I am and the I am that each of us is. And in this land of the I am, there's nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing needing, nothing wanting. There's just a pure energetic of perfection, of wholeness, of happiness, of divine health, of abundance, of wealth, of smiley faces, of right remembering, of healings of all types, with no delay. Only acceptance is required by your command, by your willingness to permit and allow all healings on any level, known and unknown, to occur. And I'm inviting everybody to breathe that in right here and right now. And let go of anything that doesn't match that, just through the pores of your skin, through the feet, back to Gaia, Mother Earth. Bless and release all the lower frequencies and vibrations. And know that these healings continue to occur and unfold with no requirement. Every time you look in the mirror, even the rear view mirror, you can give yourself a wry smile and know that indeed you are divine. And if you are with that, if that feels right to you, let's just say it together. I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. I am holy, holy. I am holy, holy. This is the truth. And so I know this service continues to unfold with ease, with grace, and invite all of us to access the idea of peace, the peace that passes human understanding, the idea of peace. Let's try to find it within, and when we find it within is the time that we can then extend it without. In the external. It's always an inside job, all of this. So we breathe in peace, and we exhale even more peace. We breathe in peace. That's divine peace, and exhale any lower frequencies and vibrations to all that is not peaceful. And now we can send our peace that's united in the sanctuary space throughout the city. We'll start in the city and then we'll continue to go. And now we're going to send the peace throughout the city and the state. Now we're going to take it through the mountains and the galaxies and the stars and the seas. And we're going to take our peace now throughout the oceans to all those places struggling in conflict and in strife. Take this peace with the capital P now and see critical aid reach those in most need. Humanitarian aid, food, supplies, reaching all those in most need. And see a peace shield now that's strong and wide and bold and strong over every city, village, and town, border to border, north to south, east to west in Ukraine. See that grow even stronger, thicker, wider, and bolder. See world leaders change their minds and policy positions and statements toward peace. No explanation is wanted or required. See that as the highest vibration until it is true, until it is so. See it true and so. Feel what it's like to feel that now. And let's rest on this rock of truth together until we see it made so in the manifest form, demonstrated on earth. We're entering the season of light. I'm going to always ask you to consider that with the capital L. Every time we're hearing a song that seems too early, or asked to sing something or say something we may not want to sing or hear, and just blessing each of you with this divine light and love intelligence, knowing that everything's in order, everything's in harmony, everything's in grace. So let's send this idea of peace throughout the entirety of the world now, through the Middle East, through the Gaza Strip, Syria, Lebanon, the Sudan, Armenia, everywhere in conflict and strife. Palestine. You can say any names that you know of in your mind and say it in the sanctuary space. Spirit knows where to go. The divine intelligence knows where to go to make all crooked pathways straight. See that happening now, especially now. And know that in spirit and in truth, all prayer requests are answered always affirmatively with the most gentle and kind, yes, yes, yes. You are the beloved in whom spirit is well pleased. And if you can be with that, let's just say that together. I am the beloved in whom spirit is well pleased. This is the truth. So I feel good about the word spoken. We bless Christy. We bless all those who are within the sound of my voice, not ready to hear, or maybe too much is being heard at the time. So we just send a love embrace around all that, knowing that Spirit will never put forth anything before any of us that we're not ready to allow. For what we need, it doesn't have to look pretty all the time. It's for our highest and best good. It's for us to be and proclaim even more of our own wholeness and holiness, even more of our own sacredness. And so I'm blessing all of that. I'm going to name it good and very good and invite you to do the same with me. And so it is. Thank you all. And now Lisa's going to come up. Thank you for the reading. It's here too. It's also here. And you go with yours.
Okay, thank you. All right. Most people don't know at all how beautiful the world is and how much splendor is revealed in the smallest things, in some flower, a stone, the bark of a tree, or a birch leaf. Grown-up people who have business and cares and worry about a lot of trifles gradually lose their eye entirely for these riches which children, when they are alert, soon notice and love with all their hearts. And yet, the finest thing would be if all people would always stay in this relationship like those children, with simple and reverent feelings, and if they would not lose the power to rejoice as deeply in a birch leaf, or in the feather of a peacock, or in the pinion of a hooded crow, as in a great mountain range or a splendid place. There is a great and eternal beauty throughout the world, and it is scattered justly over the small things and the big. For in the important and essential, there is no injustice on the whole earth. And that's by Rainier Maria Reichel. I have another one. And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. That's by Roald Dahl.
What? Is it on 100 each minute? Yes. Okay, cool. To go to Garden Beg, drop to my knees and bow my head for what I need and what I wanted. And I got more need, more want. Used to look up to the sky, and cry out, why me, oh God, why? Cry, but no one could hear me. It's like combing the mirror instead of your hair. God is you, why you looking up there? Look inside, let the outside change. If you wanna change your life, you gotta change your mind. You got the power inside. I will reflect what you say. The universe keeps rolling that way. I thought I wasn't good enough. And God was trying to make it tough on me. Just to teach me to be strong. I thought to get near Him, I had to fear Him, until I learned that everything was already given to me. And with the faith of a mustard seed, I could create it, demonstrate
straight in. Well, it's like combing a mirror instead of your hair. God is you while you're looking up there. Go with the outwards, the outside change. If you want to change your life, you got to change your mind. You got the power inside. The law will reflect what you say. The universe keep rolling that way. You got to change that stinking thinking. Woo! Change that stinking thinking. From time to time, something stinks in my mind. I got to change that stinking thinking. Change that stinking thinking. So I'm gonna ask you to repeat after me. It's like combing a mirror instead of your hair.
Combing the mirror instead of your hair.
Can you do that? Combing a mirror instead of your hair.
Combing the mirror instead of your
I said it's like combing a mirror instead of your hair.
Combing the mirror instead of your hair.
Well, God is you while you're looking up there.
God is you while you're looking up there.
I said, God is you while you're looking up there.
God is you while you're looking up there.
Go within and watch the outside change. If you wanna change your life, you gotta change your mind.
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 You got the power inside.
You got the power inside.
I said, you got the power inside.
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 The law will reflect what you say. The universe be rolling. Universe be rolling. Universe be rolling that way.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Band. Give it up for our music director, Gilman Carver, and the magnificent and multi-talented Al Yankee. All right. So good morning, everybody. My name's Brother Mark, and I'm a licensed practitioner emeritus. So I didn't introduce myself last week, so I felt kind of rude, and I wanted to do that first. And then imagine the dry ice and the smoke coming up, and then right? That's exactly how I feel when I get to come up here. It's always a blessing and an honor and a joy to be here with you on Sundays. Anytime we're here together, to me, is a demonstration of oneness, right? And so today, oneness was such an important topic. I wanted to have a second crack at it. And I'm going to let you know there's a program change. For the December 22nd holiday, it says Oneness Part III. And we're going to make it Christ consciousness that day. It's going to be Christ consciousness, right? So if we need to do a Oneness Part 3, I believe we will. It'll probably be in the first part of the new year. So I'm not a big Omer. Is anybody here a big Omer? I knew Rosemary would be. Are you an Omer? Al, you're an Omer? Sometimes people say things, and I'm like, I don't do that. I'm not an Omer. But today I might be an Omer with you. I'm just going to sometimes know that we have to do things that I may not want to personally do. And when I read it, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because I always have a lot of material, you know that, right? And then I circle it, and I'm like, do I really want to be an Omer now? Not really. And then some people request a song, and I'm like, I really don't love that song. I don't want to sing that song. I don't want to hold anybody's hand. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So the thing is, it's okay as we come into this season that we're aware of our likes and our dislikes, where we can set creative little oneness boundaries right, around us. We spoke about the Hello Kitty and butterflies, right? We today, a lot of the old movies are coming on that are amazing, right? I saw remnants of The Wizard of Oz when Ed was watching. I saw, if you haven't seen Auntie Mame, oh my gosh, you got to watch that. If you don't even know what that is, Google it. And it's a time now where, or they're even playing already. What's the classic Christmas movie? They played it already, yes? A Wonderful Life. Yes, It's a Wonderful Life. I got part of that. I didn't get all of that, but I mean, you can. So the thing is, what I'm wanting to say about this idea of oneness, for today is try things. Let's be open. Let's be a little more open to see, because sometimes, like just when I was younger, I had allergies to certain things. Now I don't seem to have as many allergies to those same things. So maybe I've grown, maybe I've evolved, maybe I've healed. That's the purpose of oneness. And also, as we accept our healings and our demonstrations for ourselves, we change. Just like when we crack a book open, the reason there was a Oneness Part II, and I'm going to save it for Part 3, there's a book from 1963. I brought it here, and I decided not to use it. I read it, the section, and do you know that I opened it up, and guess what the chapter said? It says, Chapter 12, Merging Yourself into Oneness. Isn't that amazing? And I just cracked the book, and that's why there was an idea of having a Part 2 and a Part 3. I'm not going to really use, I don't think, anything from that except for to say it really summarized everything we spoke about when we spoke about the teaching symbol of science of mind, how it's open at the top, how it's spirit, soul, body, seed, soil, plant. And this is the critical part, right? That subjective, that's our garden. So we have to be willing to weed our garden, and we can, just like we could weed a garden of something that's not working in our life, we could plant a seed. So my talking about Om and practicing Om with you is planting a seed. That maybe there's somebody within the sound of all of our voices that's going to think it sounds beautiful, that's going to accept the healings, because there's really maybe not a better demonstration of oneness than to practice this idea of oneness. And so I'd like to read to you a little bit about Om, and then we'll try it. Does that sound fair? All right. This is from some old material that was sent. And it says, I love this, it said, Om Shanti Om. It's actually back from September's material. And it said, the core of our existence. So try to take some of this in and see what you think. Om Shanti Om means peace in body or peace in mind. In Sanskrit, it's an ancient Vedic mantra used in meditation and yoga to promote peace and the interconnectedness of the spirit, mind, and body. In Sanskrit, when combined, the vowels A and U become O, which translate to the sound Om, or Om with the A-U-M. This sound or mantra originates from Hindu and Buddhist teachings and guides the soul through a meditative state. The vocal sound of Om encompasses the world's energy. For me, I want to be a little mindful of that. Let me repeat that. The vocal sound of Om encompasses the world's energy. And so when we do it, I'm encompassing it only for the highest and best good. That's my caveat on that. Om is not just a sound or vibration. It's not just a symbol. It's the entire cosmos, whatever we can see, touch, hear, and feel. It's the core of our very existence. Om is the mysterious cosmic energy that is this substratum of all things and all the beings of the entire universe. It's an eternal song of the divine. And that last quote was from Amit Ray, an Indian author. So let's try it. I'm willing to help lead this. I'm planting a new seed right there to see how it grows. And the way an Om works, at least from my experience, is somebody starts it, and when you're ready, you can enter it. And we'll see how many times it goes. Start it with a bell. And you have a bell? I used to have a bell until we have visitors. Never mind. Just like Gilda Radner would say in Saturday Night Live. We're finding our bell. I could do it with a cymbal. Yeah. All right, so let's get in the Om mood, shall we? Not a thought. There we go. There's the bell. Come on, bell ringer. All right, ready? That's the bell. That is the bell. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Ready? Okay, and I feel like I need to give $1 for the holidays. Or $5, or $20, or $100, or $10,000. Or a toy. An unwrapped, gently, or not used toy, right? Brand new. Try it again. Magnificent. Magnificent. Could you feel that? It absolutely shifted everything. Thank you, Jean. Thank you for the bell. Could everybody really feel that? It's still in here. You can still feel that, right? And so thank you to all of you for the and that oneness. It's the best way to me now. Maybe things are changing, but I'm feeling like we need to experience more. I don't want to talk at anybody. I'd rather guide something that you could take out of here and go, wow, maybe I just need to on the freeway more. Or maybe I'm going to sit in the car before I go into that party or this event, and I'm going to some. Right? And it's beautiful. Could you hear how it's from our souls? To me, it's also, it felt very cleansing. It felt very healing. It felt like transformative. And then I really have to say, it feels like it doesn't really matter whatever I say anymore, because I feel like we're done. I feel like we could just do the offering and the next song. And like, to me, it feels complete. Also, it feels like adding words after it feels kind of dirty to me. I mean, spiritually, does that make sense? Right. I was trained in a way, and I think I said this before. I know I'm playing around, but it's not really. It's like when whatever you're going to say can't improve the energy in the space, why am I still talking right now? I feel a little bit like that. Because and at the same time, if you're watching remotely and people who come, it's like a little weird to just know that we're only going to and then we're going to do and at the same time, we may do that in the new year. We may have some things that come now that are just more experiential. I feel like this is like, we're not a beginners group. People who are going to watch and not fast forward or skip. I think we want and we need, I'm going to use the word need, which I don't often use, tools, more spiritual tools to get through some of what's going to be happening. If we're paying attention to what's happening, it better be the breaking up of the chrysalis finally to allow for the butterfly to come through. It better be that. Right. And say it in the mic. Hold on, let me give you the mic for that.
I said it will be that.
Ashe. So, I think it's useful and helpful that we did this together. I really honor and appreciate everybody for that. And I kind of am a little happy that we did it, because it's easy for me not to do something I don't want to do. Isn't it? It really is. I just omit it, or I don't bring it, or I don't delete it, right? So I want to just throw that out there as today's message. We're going to have a lot of opportunity to not be at places we already scheduled, or even if we schedule them ourselves. I know that's kind of deep, but sometimes it's hard to get through even things that we set for ourselves. So I want to acknowledge and honor and bless and say, let's use the practices, even of the even of exercise, of better eating, of being more in nature. Even if it's cold, you can just put on gloves or whatever it is. Get out there, do some walking. There's a really cute couple across from where we live, and they're always like, hi. I'm like, oh. I don't know their names, but they're so nice. And they hose down everything. It's immaculate. They have little funny things in their yard. And then I noticed this morning, I was taking the dog for a walk, and they were going for their walk. And their garage is just immaculate. Just some cupboards, and then they open it, and they have the things for their walk in the cupboard. I'm like, if I could ever get my garage like that, I would not. And even a pull-out drawer for the gloves, and what's the weather. And I mean, I was like, don't look in my garage. Not right now. So you get the idea, right, of it's a way of life. The Om, this idea of oneness, the song lyrics from Kinship, the reading, it's a way of life. To remember our oneness, it's a way of life. It's a practice. It's when you see the person coming behind you on the freeway, do you engage or do you just pull over? It's way easier to pull over or just, go aside, right? We don't need to engage. We don't. Nothing good is going to come from any of that, in my view. And I have a lot more experience now than before with all the side country roads. And some of them do it, some of them follow the people. I've been followed. And then they stop. I'm like, okay, I didn't see the road merges, and it was like maybe my first time on that road. It doesn't matter. I don't want to know what's going on in that car. I don't want to know what they're reaching for. Right? So the idea of this is a mindfulness practice. The idea of the oneness is taking it out of here when we leave here today as something useful and practical, right? That's going to improve our life, improve our beingness. And so let's see, I did bring some quotes, so let me go to the quotes. And I feel like we're almost complete. However, I do have a bunch of quotes. From Holmes, a Holmes reading on meaning, page 26. Try to take this in. Life flows into everything, through everything. It passes into every human event and translates itself through every human act. If you think of life as flowing through your every action, you'll soon discover that the things you give your attention to are quickened with a new energy, for you are breathing the very essence of being into them. Isn't that beautiful? So we ohmed our way into it. You can ohm your way into everything. We can ohm our way even to when we're going to make an appointment, a reservation, whatever it is. Right, we can say, let the Spirit of the living God, or whatever you believe, let the Spirit make a way so that when I make this call, they recognize me as the I am that I am, the Holy One. Especially through any medical treatments, right? We can bless all that. We should. To me, even our food, like some people, right? We can turn the ice cream into broccoli. We can. What else can we do? We can do magic things because we're magic. We want to set the intention, right? So that when I call for that, they recognize me as the Holy, Holy One. And then if it's not going that way, we may just ohm our way out of that, right? Out of that. You're not ready for me because you're not ready to ohm with me. Which is kind of like a way of that kids, I'm not sure it's not popular anymore, but you know the word vibe? Like we're not vibing right now. Yeah. Om, sweet om. Yeah, thank you, Phil. So the idea is, you get what I mean? We have to sometimes start over. And I don't know that we should try to make a believer out of anybody. I'm going to just say let's not. There's a lot of choices in the world. So when we set our intention to have it go effortlessly, easily, and smoothly, if our first crack at something is not feeling that way, I think we should just stop and then start over another time. Does that make sense? And then we need to maybe do more practice for ourselves to rise. That another om and an om and an om and an om. And we want to choose those that are going to om with us and vibe with us for everybody's highest and best good. So from Christian Sorensen, he's an amazing teacher in San Diego. It's called Catch the Spirit. When we have faith and trust in the power within us, we'll watch our personal universe reflect its magnificence and come to realize our world is right and just. The difficulties we find ourselves in are simply the opportunities to bring forth spirit in a greater way. Don't dwell on the difficulties. Concentrate wondrous ways. put spirit first in all things. I thought that's pretty good. Do you like that? Let's make a part of it affirmation. I put spirit first in all things. I put spirit first in all things. Al knows I'm going to say it. Do you? It's a, right? It's a everyday reminder. Do I? Am I oming? Am I vibing? That's a good one. All right. So from Myrtle Fillmore, How to Let God Help You. When we pray together in omnipresence, we lose sight of everything but the one presence. We recognize only the spiritual source of all things. And the full understanding and use of this source is all that our souls have longed for. Good? Everybody got it? From Joyce Rupp, the title is called Prayer. The paradox of prayer is that it strengthens us inwardly. It also strengthens us outwardly. As we grow spiritually, we become even more effective catalysts of love in the marketplace. We discover the Holy One within us and the Holy One beyond us. We learn there are no divisions between the sacred and the secular when our vision is transformed. Our entire life becomes imbued with godness as we notice the Holy One's touch anywhere and everywhere. Emil Cady, Lessons in Truth. We talk to God, and I don't like this. Let's just say there's no separation in this quote, okay? When we talk to God, that is prayer. When God or Spirit talks to us, that is inspiration. We go apart to get still. That's new life, new inspiration, new power of thought, new supply from the fountainhead. And I love that fountainhead word with a capital F. May flow in, and then we come forth to shed it on those around us, that they too may be lifted up. Did you get it? Or you want me to do it again? So let's do it again, because if we can walk out of here with the fountainhead, with the capital F, and that's it, that's pretty powerful. The fountainhead with the capital F, to me, is another word for whatever you want to call spirit, God, universal intelligence, right? Source, energy. Okay, I'm going to go slower. We need rap music for some of this. We need the beat. When we talk to God, that is prayer. When God talks to us, that is inspiration. We go apart to get still, so that new life, new inspiration, new power of thought, new supply from the fountainhead may flow in. And then we come forth to shed it on those around us, that they too may be lifted up. Some questions still. Just think, we're adding to our lexicon. I love this. Fountainhead. Let's just say it. Fountainhead. It sounds weird. It's a capital F, and that just means more divine source, more divine flow. And remember, it's been coming through a lot to be said here. The words came out today by your command, by your declaration, by your permission, by your willingness to allow it. That's where the magic is of all the fountainhead. It's not needing to know what the fountainhead's going to do, and knowing the fountainhead shall only do what is for your personal, individual, highest and best good, and in oneness for the divine good, right, of all. I feel like we're doing that spelling bee. Fountainhead. F-O, and then we get the bell again from Jean. Bing. Right. We good with fountainhead? All right. Even those who are really deep got that. So it's almost time to stop. I'm going to save all the other good stuff for Oneness Part III. Let's just see. There's so many more good things on oneness. So from James Twyman, The Non-Dual Universe. If you want to learn what it means to live in the non-dual universe, accept these three truths without reservation. 1, that God is. 2, that the nature of God is love. And 3, that the nature of God is to extend that which it knows itself to be. Get it from the fountainhead. This is nice. Myrtle Fillmore again. When we come together in the Spirit, we are all one in the true place of the Most High. That's a capital M and a capital H, the Most High. When we come together in the Spirit, capital S, we are all one in the true place of the Most High. Our words become charged with great healing power to go forth and do mighty works. That could be anywhere, right? It could be before you go to the grocery store, right? It could be before you go into any event that's coming up on your calendar. Before you're going into your workplace, they may see your car elevate as you're oming. And then I wanted to share one quick personal thing that I thought was really beautiful that happened. I work in a big public place, and it's it's not really co-workers. I'm kind of on my own. I just do demos at a place that has lots of people. And I was gone from there for like 9 days. And I can't tell you how many people were so kind and came up and said they were so glad to see me. I had no idea they would even know I was gone. Does that make sense? So for the oneness part, in fact, one lady, she was so cute. She was I'm hoping a little older than me. But she just was like, right in my face, right up in my grill. And she's like, I was so worried about you. Isn't that so sweet? She goes, I was so worried about you. Mm-hmm. And I go, thank you, don't worry. They blocked us out because it's the holidays, right? They didn't want more people in the shopper's way or whatever. Isn't that so beautiful? Like, I can't tell you how touched I was. And then one person said something amazing to me. She goes, it's always better when you're here. I was like, what? I don't know her name. I got to learn her name, right? But I can't believe somebody would say that. They owned me. And I didn't expect it. And all I did was disappear for a little while. Not on purpose. And so glad to be back. And then one guy that, what the one guy said, I said, I don't, he's a guy that comes to me all the time, but he's going to put this in perspective. Because he didn't want, he was with his friends, which I shouldn't. I said, hey, you may not see me till he goes, I'll look for you. But it doesn't mean he didn't, like he couldn't be the more nicest person when it's individually one-on-one with me. And so we have to just take all of it as an om, all of it as love. And so if we can make a place better, that's pretty good, right? If I don't even know the name, but I made that place better, how did I do that? So we got to think, we could take that into some thought, right? Like how did we make that place better for them? And all I could think of, I'm not trying to answer, but it's just that we're the energy. Whatever our energy is that we are in the space, maybe our energy space was not there. I do samples, they get free stuff. That's part of it. They didn't have that. But also just I know my little energy space is beaming where I'm there, or I shouldn't be there. Probably same when you get up and you put your faces on to go into the world. Let's just own ourselves, right? And vibe ourselves to be a beneficence, that's a word, right? A beneficial, yes. Yeah, a beneficial fountainhead. We're all fountainheads. Say it. I am a magnificent fountainhead. And I'll just go, are you? I am a magnificent fountainhead. And I believe that. And that'll be Oneness Part II in its fullness and conclusion. Loving you all. Just know there is going to be a Part 3. There's definitely going to be a Oneness Part 3. There'll be a Oneness Part 4. And while Gilman's getting ready, I want you to know, too, between now and the last Sunday in December, we're going to have that releasing ceremony we always have. So be prepared to release some stuff the last Sunday. And Nathan's agreed to help me to co-facilitate that final release. So I'm really grateful for that. Good? Thank you, Dream Band. Let's give it up for the Dream Band.
Another song about looking in the mirror here. Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street, not enough to me. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? Let's try that verse again. Turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na-na-na, na-na-na. A bit of a love, a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there are some with no home, not a nickel alone. Could it be really me, pretending that they're not alone? Or will a deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream? They follow the pattern of the wind to see that they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. You gotta get it right while you got the time. You gotta turn your back and then close your mind. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Make that change.
That's lip syncing. I just lip synced to go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Band.
Hey.
You boys are amazing. You keep getting better and better, don't they?
Hey, thank you.
So now it's time for our offering, and as fountainheads, we have kind of a responsibility to keep the center going for the next 70 plus years. So I'm inviting you to take your tithes, your gifts, your offerings. We're going to bless them with an affirmation. And I want to just do one quick thing to say, and thank you to Diane, there's somebody in our meditation group that already donated $500 for the concert that's coming up for Ukraine. Already it's in the bank.
Nice.
So I want to thank you guys already. So that's December 13th. Lisa's going to come up for the announcements at the end of this. But isn't that amazing that when we set the intention with the fountainhead, and we have the ohms, and we have the way to give, people respond. And you've been doing it for so long, and I know it's dear to your heart, Gilman, too. So thank you for all that. Everybody's received it, and they're celebrating. They're, even in the midst of war, they're celebrating. They had their Thanksgiving. So we could probably get that Zoom link and share it with you if you want to see their Thanksgiving. It's magnificent. They make special cakes, and they're together in their community. It's beautiful. And they send love and thanks of great gratitude to everybody here present and to you guys. So thank you so much. Okay, so here we go with the offering. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. And thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. You are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. We know that they're sufficient in the fountainhead to continue the work which CRS Redlands is. It's a spiritual idea in the mind of the fountainhead, and therefore shall not be denied in any way, and shall be abundant and grow and flow with ease and with grace. Can you feel that? Anything else that has no power, it goes back and vanquished to the nothingness from where it came, never again to surface and reappear. And only the magnificent flow of the fountainhead shall be the truth. And so it is. And now Lisa has our announcements. And thank you again, Dream Band.
All right, announcements for today, December 1st. Mark your calendars for the second Friday in December, the 13th. Thank you. At 6 p.m. for Gilman and Friends Holiday Concert and your Crane fundraiser. Bring a potluck dish to share. If you have thought about signing up to become an official member of CRS Redlands, please let us know today or next Sunday so we can have your contact info. Our annual congregational meeting is the last Sunday in January on the 26th following service. You are invited to rise up for the closing song as the ushers open the back door, double doors. Stay with us for after service potluck snacks and fellowship time. I also have another special announcement. Member Ellen Drummonds Curtis has called Phil Courtney and sends her season greetings and love. She hopes to see us all after the holidays. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Al, do you want this to be mentioned?
Sure.
Okay. Everybody's invited?
Everybody's invited.
So to celebrate Al's amazing spouse, Barbara Jean Yankee, the celebration of life is going to be Wednesday, December 11th at 6 p.m. at CSL Riverside. And the address is 3891 Ridge Road, Riverside, 92501. And there's flyers here. You can take a picture with your cell phone.
Can I pump it up a
Yes,
little?
please. Take it up a notch.
Barbara was a wine connoisseur, amongst other things, And could I have the reverb off, David? Barbara, and so she left a lot of wine. So the reception is going to have really excellent wine. Because I want to share it with, she would want to share it with everybody. And I'm not a wine drinker, so, so that's a thing. And the music is going to be supplied by Daniel Namod, who's one of our New Thought music gurus. The My Soul is Welcome Here that we do every week was written by him. And, so the music is going to be first rate. The wine is going to be first rate. I think, and the service won't be too long. We won't kill you with it. And Mark is going to give the invocation. So, it's going to be groovy. You don't want to miss it if you can.
And while we're allowed to speak of Barbara, can I add a thing? And then you think of another thing you want to add, because I want you to have the final word on Barbara.
Okay, all right.
So Barbara was a member here, right? And I think still is. And also a co-facilitator of the Divine Feminine Circle with Susie Amen. So that's amazing. That was for more than 3 or 4 years, right?
Right, yes.
It was beautiful. And also, I just want to say, probably because as a practitioner, if we had 20 or 30 members like Barbara, wow, we'd be in an incredible flow of good. So I want to use the Barbara's eternal memory as a blueprint for exactly calling forth what's needed here, because of service giving, right, the Divine Feminine Circle, when we had the membership meetings and said what needs to be, I don't know if you knew this, but she did it every single week. She did exactly what was needed from the membership. She was one of the few, you could count them on one hand, of the most magnificent members we've ever had in this at least in the last 10 years or more. So I just want to thank you for sharing Barbara Jean with us too, and then I want you to have the final word on this.
Well, I'll piggyback on that a little bit with somebody else's words. The first reverend, New Thought reverend that she worked with was Mary Louise Ruffner at the Riverside Center. And Mary Louise is in her 80s now, and she sent a note over, which is going to be read, but when she talked about Barbara, she said she just wasn't a practitioner, she was a practitioner extraordinaire. Exactly. So get your shakers, here we go. Time to put this thing to bed. I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spend my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. Oh, what I imagine. Separation's gone away.